Hi, Team One and Planning Analytics community. It is Brian from CubeWise. Here is an update on what's new and deprecations on IBM Planning Analytics for Excel that will release on February 9th, 2024 for version 2.0.93. To start, there are three new enhancements for universal reports. First, the properties active display alias and expand above can now be changed in the stat editor. Previously, you had to write a query to use these parameters, which can be prone to typos. Now you can change it with a simple dropdown. The second update is a new static layout that simplifies the information in the universal reports. With this layout, users will not be able to expand or collapse rows or columns. This type of layout may be useful for sending a simplified report to team members and still keep the connectivity to the Team One server. The third update enhances the accessibility to the Formats area. Now you can reveal this area simply from the Excel ribbon for IBM Planning Analytics. This is an improvement from the manual steps needed where you had to manually unhide rows or columns to access it. Next are a few parameter changes in the CognosOfficeReportingSettings.xml file. I'll start by sharing two new parameters that will help you to avoid timeout request errors for when you are working on large reports. ESAsyncNumRetries defines the number of times the evaluation service is prompted to give an asynchronous result. If this parameter is not defined, the default is set to 1200 retries. ESAsyncNumRetryInterval is the time it takes to retry the sync. This is set to 500 milliseconds as the default value. The design mode feature, which manages the exploration view's refresh behavior, has been renamed from design mode to exploration design mode on in the settings file. Something to keep in mind when you upgrade to this version is the default setting for this parameter will be set to false. Because of this change, IBM has deprecated the design mode parameter. And that wraps up the updates on IBM Planning Analytics for Excel.